It's another day of work, and I, Ron McCoy, aka Rob McCool, aka Retail Rob, am arriving ready to do what I do Monday through Friday and sometimes Saturday. Wait, even though this is my parking space, I've pulled in forward instead of backing in. Not only that, it's broad daylight, and I almost always arrive for work when it's pitch dark. And as I make my promenade to the front of the store to begin my shift, I notice that there's something very strange happening. I have this feeling that I am heading into a parallel world.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into...
And if strange things are happening outside the store where I work, what kinds of bizarre things would be happening on the inside? Wait, this layout is not the same as our store. However, as I make my way through the aisles, I do see some similarities. Ah, yes, the sign adjacent to register number 2 that was damaged long ago by a meteor. Beyond the site of that catastrophe, I noticed that the store I'm in seems to be a reverse of the normal store in which I work, although there are some familiar sights. The pair of size 17 shoes looks familiar. We're ready in the event that Sasquatch comes into the store seeking footwear. Russ Suit Up for Less is also ready in the event that we have any one-legged ladies coming in looking for shoes. And another anomaly, the store is open, yet this door is closed. My wonderful manager, Jasper Barton, explained that according to corporate policy, this door is not to be opened until 11:30 a.m. every day to meet peak customer demands. Onward I trod through the strange aisles of this most unusual Russ Suit Up for Less in a parallel sphere, and I encounter the new and improved Evander because she had a slight objection to the previous depiction I had for her. You made me a frog And you put me on the same screen with Brenna. I didn't get my own screen? A frog? A frog? While I'm at it, there are two other members of the Russ Suit Up for Less family that I need to mention. One of those two people is Cassie. She works full-time in the store. She does markdowns and she works as a cashier. Here is Cassie. There's also Cloudy. She works primarily in apparel, tagging it, but she also runs the cash register. Interestingly, I had Cloudy's younger sister in 5th grade. I was a 5th grade teacher during 2013 to 2014. Here comes Cloudy. Meanwhile, in the stockroom, where boxes are cut open and the contents are categorized, there are many box labels that will make you feel like you have entered the Twilight Zone. That box came along the Nestiflex, the assembly line, in mid-April. And a box that says, "Do not open with knife." What do they think we are? Beavers? Although this does resemble one of my fellow coworkers. And onward we trod through this strange parallel world version of Russ Suit Up for Less to a most diabolical place, the cash office. My goal, since beginning my new job at Russ Suit Up for Less, is to learn all facets of the retail business. And in this store, it seems like the perfect place to do so. And one of my last frontiers with regard to Russ Suit Up for Less is learning how to run the cash office. And beginning on Monday, April 21st, my training began. When you work the cash office alone for the first time and you are short $1,250 and your trainer tells you everything balances eventually, this is truly terrifying. I was minding my own business, slashing open boxes, taking out the merchandise, whistling contentedly, attempting to be humorous, when my manager, Jasper Barton, informed me that I had been approved to work in the cash office and that moment was now, and I was going to train with fellow employee Lasha. And in said cash office, Lasha assures me that I am smart enough to do this job, and she also relays some wisdom involving the fact that even if you make a mistake, it's not like the money is lost, it's just a mistake. We still have the money. Whew, that's a relief. And what proves to be quite an extensive training begins. We open the safe and count its contents. Meanwhile, out in the store, my fellow stockroom workers are running the merchandise from the stockroom to the shelves, and it's a relief to know that we have our very own speed racer taking care of this.
speed racer, he's a demon on wheels. Adventures waiting just ahead. Go speed racer, go speed racer, go speed racer, go!
Oh, how I hope you are relishing this trek into the parallel universe version of Russ Suit Up for Less. And if you are, please consider clicking on like, subscribe, and on the notification bell so you always know when I'm uploading a new video. And now back to Retail Rob. Meanwhile, back in the sinister world of the cash office, Angelic Lasha allows me to watch her as she moves through the cash office procedure. That is on Monday, April 21st, and Tuesday, April 22nd. Then on Wednesday, April 23rd, I bravely face the procedure somewhat on my own. I do get some help from my manager, Jasper, who shows me how he works his way through the cash office procedure. And I love his organizational strategies. His mind and my mind work remarkably the same. And using these strategies, I am remarkably successful. Jasper helps me a lot on that Wednesday. Then along comes Thursday, April 24, 2025.
A date which will live in infamy.
Ah, yes, a day of infamy indeed. That Thursday, April 24, 2025, I, Ron McCoy, aka Rob McCool, aka Retail Rob, made two devastating decisions with regard to the counting of the contents of the safe, decisions which affected the safe count sheet, as well as an oversight from the previous day. I had felt like I was on a roll, but if I could change what I did, the outcome would have been different. So, what did I do? To find out, be sure you tune in the next edition. Be sure you tune in the next edition of Retail Rob.